the whole of primary school. Alright, I'm delighted to be here this afternoon celebrating our guest of honor.
Before me and after these stages. But I must confess that having listened to Mr. Wood, a piece of nervousness dropping on the belly bottom right and so. When I heard of all the dignitaries who are here this evening and all the special people, and then I'm looking at the tail of it to say, I'm a whole the vibes, Lord Jesus, that's a but this evening I come to give my best. I do hope that as we go through this function that indeed we will all have a wonderful time. So this evening as I begin, let me read our special invite.
Who has all had some special qualities and who has now come to the end of their wonderful profession. There is a popular saying that all good things must come to an end. That's inevitable, but I'm saying this to say that all the hard work, commitment, diligence, perseverance to this noble institution has concluded, but I'm sure your willingness to serve does not stop here. You've worked hard for many years, dedicating your time, and the sacrifices you've made has helped us all to strive in a very competitive environment. We have been so fortunate to have had your expertise to rely on during these ups and downs, and in the good and bad times. We thank you wholeheartedly. I am proud and I'm happy for you to have reached this amazing milestone. It's such an honor for me to congratulate you. You did it. As you welcome the next chapter of your lives, best wishes for a happy retirement On behalf of the Board of Management of the Harbour Primary School, I want to say thank you for your service and I wish you well. Thank you, ladies.
Spoke about the fact that she's not just a janitor, but she is a nurse, she's a parent, right? And in my estimation, also an administrator, not just an administrator, but even a principal. She has been since you had Ms. Cohen, Ms. Green, Ms. White,
Mr. Gopal?
Mr. Gopal. I can recall when Mr. Gopal came. I can recall when Mr. Gopal came, and I was a youngster at the time. I was about 17 years old. And she actually brought me through an entire orientation in terms of taking up this role as a principal. I can remember the days when I'm at home and I come home from school, St. Catherine High School at the time, and I would see kids, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, in the evening, sleeping in my bed. You understand me? I can't get any space. She was so loving, she was so caring. I remember one instance where a parent left their child for approximately 8 hours a week at our house. And she took care of them. As a fact, definitely I like to eat, but you know, the food and sleep. I mean, she's extremely dedicated. 4 o'clock, she's not preparing, right? And even though from 5, 6 to get to school, and she's not back until 9. Every day, every single day. I mean, and I don't know how she did it, because she was able to raise me, my sister, grandkids, other person's kids, and when I walk around our town, I mean, I'm known by the soil, so. Everybody, you understand it? I mean, I'm very, very proud today to be here, right? To see how the whole primary school has honored my mom. I mean, it is fitting, it is deserving. I really appreciate it, Mr. Wood. I really thank you for that. I'm not to speak about your whole life. You understand? They always have a credit. Yeah, but mine, as a woman, I'm really proud of you. You have been a rock. You understand me? You've always been here for us. You know, you're right. What's the word, Mr. Harbour? Trust me, I mean, Martin Luther King said, you are a doctor, the best doctor. You're a lawyer, the best lawyer. Principal, the best principal. You are the best principal. And trust me, I can't see anybody else come here to my mom in terms of what she does, or her ethics, etc. I'm so proud. On behalf of my family and everybody who's here, I just want to say thanks. And thanks for all the other retirees. I wish you all the best.
Javin Johnson. Board Chairman, Mr. Roman Fisher. Principal, Mr. George Good. Chief Education Officer of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Dr. Kassan True. Education Officer, Region 6, Mrs. Brenda McDonald. honorees Mrs. Belle Thompson, Mrs. Toplin Palmer Campbell, and Miss Elaine Mackenzie. Colleagues, friends, family, and community members, good evening. It is indeed a privilege to stand here this evening in the presence of everyone. The pleasure is mine to bring greetings on behalf of the PTA Executive Body. A sweet ending to a new beginning. It's golden. As I look at the honorees this evening, our golden girls, I'm feeling blessed to have been associated with you as part of my journey at the Old Harbour Primary School. I want to salute these phenomenal women for their sterling contribution to education, for all the minds that you molded, and all the lives that you have impacted over the years. Now, we have a room full of educators, so I want you all to do the math for me. 52 plus 40 plus 38. Who's the first one to give me the total for that? I'm hearing 130, yes. Can I get a wow for all those years that our honorees have dedicated to education? And another one. Retirement. Relax and enjoy yourself. Try something new. Invite friends to lunch. Read a new book or two. Expand your horizons. Make plans for lunch. Embrace your freedom. Nap when you choose. Finally, take time for you. You've worked really hard. You've come this far. I hope you know how blessed you are. New tomorrows, brand new plans, all of them are in God's hands. You'll have more hours in the day to hope, to dream, to rest, and to play. You'll find new ways to be inspired. Congratulations! You've just retired. Now, this is supposed to be a toast, so if you have anything in your glass near you, or even if it's empty, here's to strong women. May we know them. May we be them. May we uplift them tonight. Raise your glasses, whether empty or full, as we salute these phenomenal women. Now, I want to implore you to adopt the culture to give roses to persons while they carry on. A songwriter said, don't scatter roses after I'm gone. Give them to me while I carry on. And I can tell you, these honorees, because I'm not going to say retirees, because they are very active, especially Miss Mackenzie and Miss Sonia. Miss Sonia reminded me since night that she called me by my first name, Dorrit. Remember when we used to change your name, so? That's how far Miss Sonia and I go. From I was just a small child here at the Old Harbour Primary School, and she will tell you how many of my family has passed through her hands. So tonight, especially for Miss Sonia, I am eternally grateful for all the service that she has rendered here to the Old Harbour Primary School. 52 long And I would have known Miss Mama Campbell from I was also a student here. She gave 36 long years to the Old Harbour Primary School. You are at again. But 38 years education. And Miss Elaine Mackenzie. Everybody knows that Miss Mackenzie is very active. Even if you're down the road and you're coming up in a ride and you stop and you say, Miss Mackenzie, do you want to ride? She said, no, I walk. And she's walking. So she's very active. So I have no doubt that she will remain active in her retirement. So I just want to give them their roses while they carry on. So cheers to these phenomenal women. Yay.
Go without question. Our very hard-working education officer for Old Harbour Primary School and indeed QEC 54 that we are a part of. My EO, your EO, Mrs. Brenda McCann. Always good to have her. She's always supporting us. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you well from the administration of the Old Harbour Primary School, the Institute of Excellence in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and indeed the world. I am honored to extend welcome to everyone to this auspicious occasion. It is heartwarming to see that many of you were gathered here today to celebrate the retirement of three phenomenal women. Women who have contributed to nation building in a significant way. The three remarkable ladies of which I speak are no other persons than Mrs. Beryl and might I say Sonia Thompson, who has served the Old Harbour Primary School for all of 52 long years. And some persons may be wondering, is that so? Yes, you heard right. Miss Sonia has served for 52 years. She started working at Old Harbour Primary when she was only 17 years old. I want to acknowledge Mrs. Palmer Campbell, who served 36 years at Old Harbour Primary School, but has contributed 38 years to the education sector as an educator par excellence. Last, but by no means least, I want to acknowledge Miss Elaine Mackenzie, who has served 18 years at Old Harbour Primary School, but has contributed to the education sector for almost 40 years. Put your hands together for Miss Mackenzie. Ladies and gentlemen, together, these three ladies have collectively contributed to 130 years to the education sector in Jamaica, with 106 of these years served at Old Harbour Primary School. No wonder why we celebrate so heartily. I am pleased to see the many staff members, students, parents, and community members who have gathered to witness this momentous occasion. Indeed, as the theme for this afternoon's function states, a sweet ending to a new beginning, it's golden. And yes, we had to roll the red carpet out for these wonderful ladies, as they deserve this and so much more. As principal of this prestigious institution, I am delighted to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. I am glad to see you all looking so wonderful. I must pause to acknowledge one of our vice principals, Miss Annette McCoy in her absence, who spearheaded the planning for this function, but is unavoidably absent due to illness, and so she cannot come among us right now. But tell you what, our heart is here with us. She took on the task of planning this function, and I must acknowledge her. It is not my plan. It is not anybody else who led it. She led this committee, and I want to big her up in her absence. Let me extend a special welcome as I introduce to you some very important people who are here in our midst. And I want to especially acknowledge, as I mentioned before, our chairman, Mr. Roman Fisher, chairman of the Board of Management, Dr. Hassan Chu, who you will hear much more about later on, Chief Education Officer, and of course our guest speaker, and we all love her so much. She has the gift of gab. She's bright, she's intelligent, and she just knows how to handle the matters of education. Ladies and gentlemen, I must acknowledge Mrs. Brenda McDonald, our Territorial Education Officer for QEC 54, and Education Officer of Worth and Substance. I want to recognize Mr. Dwyer. I'm not sure if he's here as yet, but I believe he's on his way. That's our council nominee for the Board of Management. I want to acknowledge in a special way past Vice Principal of the Old Harbour Primary School, and we recognize her as our elder stateswoman, and she also served as acting principal of Old Harbour Primary School, Mrs. Angela Spencer Dawkins. Please give away Ms. Dawkins. I want to acknowledge my other vice principal, Mrs. Claudette Thomas, who is really representing the theme. It is golden. It is golden. And yes, she's in her golden dress. Thank you so much, Ms. Thomas. I want to recognize Mrs. Yvonne Morgan, who is representing the Retired Teachers Association. Ms. Lauren Johnson, always supporting us from the Jamaican Teachers Association, and also from Davis Primary School. Big up yourself, Ms. Johnson. Put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, I must acknowledge principal of the Spring Gardens Primary School, and that is no other person than Mrs. Bedwood Chambers, who is here with us. And I have to acknowledge a principal, another principal par excellence. We have them all right here with us. And this one came under my leadership, so I have to boast of it. And he's now principal of Orange Field Primary School in Linstead, or Mugwalk, St. Catherine. Mr. Christopher Green, our former guidance counselor. Yes, we love to see the movements, and more is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also acknowledge Pastor Doreen Williams, my pastor of the Church of God and Prophecy, and she is representing here. And I want to say welcome, Pastor. Thank you so much. And she's a close friend of the Old Harbour Primary School. We love you, Pastor. God bless you. In another forum, I would say, big up yourself. But because you're the pastor, I say, God bless you. Amen, somebody. Mrs. Beverly Ingram. Mrs. Ingram is our past music teacher par excellence. I don't think any other school in Jamaica has won as many gold medals for music as Old Harbour Primary School, and I say that without fear of contradiction. Mrs. Ingram, past music senior teacher and senior teacher. To our teachers, our parents, support staff members, and everyone in this audience, I don't want to miss anybody. So I want you to hold your hand, hold your chest right now and say to me, yes, it's you are talking to. I say a warm welcome to this occasion. I must now introduce to you, because I know you want some vibes. and you're not expecting this kind of vibes at all. You're expecting something not lukewarm, but something that is red hot. And so I must now introduce to you the person who will be chairing the program for tonight. This erudite individual is no other person than the vice principal of Davis Primary School, Mr. Jahavi Johnson. And he's also representing his principal, Mr. Jason Bryan, my friend. And it is good. I love to see how the schools in this QEC work well together. We collaborate, and I love that energy and that support. And so I want to go on by saying that Mr. Johnson is a Christian man, motivational speaker, and a trained guidance counselor. He knows how to bring the vibes to any event, and Mr. Johnson, I'm setting you up because I know you know to do it. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to put your hands together as we invite the chairperson for this afternoon's function, no other person than Mr. Jahavi Johnson, Vice Principal of Davis Primary School.
Transform futures. You make impossible possible. You make children believe. When the Sonia can come to work early and stay late and stay with the last child to leave that school community, that's love, that's passion, that's commitment. And honey teachers, as we celebrate and show appreciation, what I want you to do is to model this. Most of us are educators in this room, and we were all exposed to the Banquet theory, social modeling, observational learning, Harbour and Europe. We know it. So we can learn vicariously, we can observe and learn. If it is that you truly appreciate the sterling, distinguished service of these individuals, I want you to demonstrate that I'm modeling the attributes that they have demonstrated over the years. Sonia didn't just stay. We saw her didn't just stay in her lane. She learned the other areas of school life. And I'm asking you, as even a teacher, you are a grade 1 to grade 2, don't just stay in your small corner. Model what she has demonstrated. Be interested in the other areas of development in your school. Get involved. All our primary always pointed different clubs and societies. You have moved from unsatisfactory to satisfactory in your NER report. Things are going on all our primary. I am hearing us support staff in college, transforming our own life, being our own model for staff at school and being our own model in our own family. That's what I want you to model, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just stay in your own small corner. Mrs. Sonia has demonstrated what it takes to truly commit to an education system and a school that is committed to making a difference in people's lives. So when the principal asks you to come a little earlier, think about this, Sonia. When the principal asks you to be a faculty advisor to a club or a society, think about the Sonia that you're modeling and demonstrating and showing your appreciation. When you talk about the teachers who get up every day and they come and they plan and they execute, and they cry, and they wipe the tears of the students, and they hug them, and they call their parents, and they beg the parents for things. This is what we're talking about, not just teaching a curriculum. You're teaching a child. You're being a leader for a family. Many parents rely on teachers. I remember when I was growing up, the teachers were like gods in our communities. They were respected. Can we, out of true love and demonstration of care and appreciation for the stalwarts here, can we take the decision, can we be resolved to demonstrate this in true commitment and appreciation for what they have done, years of service, never leaving this institution. So ladies and gentlemen, our stalwarts, I want you to know that the Ministry of Education is deeply appreciative of what you have done. We cannot say thanks enough. But we know that you have changed the future, that you have created ripples that will continue flowing like water, like waves moving. We know that there are many lives We know that persons can stand today because of that one day you pat them on the shoulder and say, come baby. You say that to your children. I have experienced that as a child. I remember when I was growing up, I never had it all. But it was my teachers who said, come Hassan, have some lunch with me. Come Hassan, borrow this book. I couldn't buy my books. My mother never had it. But there were teachers who exercised care and compassion like we have done over 38 years, 40 years. I know there are many things that we have given a book, a pencil, because that's what you do. And I can tell you that means a lot to them. So I want you to go forth knowing that you have made a difference. And as you retire, please be reminded that you can't retire from your experiences. You have to use it. So don't just retire from something, but retire to something. You heard it earlier from the past VP. There's much to do. And like anything else, if you want it to be successful, you have to plan. So you have to plan for your retirement. You have to plan to know how you're going to manage it. Or you're going to get up feeling good that you're not doing anything. Because there are some persons who express that the joy of retirement is to become doing nothing and you have to worry about it. So nobody can punish you. And one gentleman said he enjoys waking up and having nothing to do that he can do 3-4 times a day. That's the joy of retirement. So ladies, I want you to know God has blessed you richly with service, with strength, with distinction, with joy, with respect, with honor. And today we pause to share in that moment with you. Because it's really your moment. But we're standing with you, assuring you that we have seen what you have done, and assuring you that the legacy will live on. We will not let down all our box. Sonia will hold you accountable. Miss Sonia will hold you accountable. Mr. Good, if Miss Sonia hears that this school is not performing, she's coming for you. True. So I want you to do it for her. You owe that to her. She has given her entire life to this institution. We owe it to her to keep that legacy going, to keep the torch going, to continue to make difference in the lives of our children. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. It is a teacher who has created all of us. We may not have loved all the experiences, but the Bible says all things work together for good. So all of it come together for the good of your school and for the good of the country of Jamaica land we love. So we cannot say thanks enough. We are grateful. I am grateful. Because I only can stand on what you do. When I stand out here representing the nation, speaking out about the education system, I am not the legs on the ground. You are. So when I speak about the success that I speak about, it is really your success. When the ministry looks good, I can only look good because you are doing good. You are looking good. The teachers who are leaving us, they have done well. I can only speak of the excellence that you demonstrate. When I talk about schools that are excellent and good and satisfactory, it's not me, it's not the minister, it's you. It's you. It is the everyday commitment. It is the everyday passion. And we have not said well enough. Sometimes you don't feel us. Sometimes you don't feel the appreciation. But I want to pause to say thanks to every single colleague in this room, every teacher, every support staff. The Ministry of Education cannot look good without you. The system cannot transcend itself without our teachers. We cannot do better than the quality of our teachers. So we rely on you. We rely on the punctuality. We rely on the resilience. We rely on the passion. We rely on the commitment. We rely on the love. We rely on the honesty. We rely on the joy. We rely on the transformation. Through you. That's the legacy Old Harbour Primary continues to give and continues to carry on in demonstration of true appreciation for the service. Collectively, 130 years. None of us probably live this year 130 years. I don't think we've been lucky enough. But we have been lucky to benefit from collectively 130. Is that a blessing? That's a joy. So colleagues, and I must thank the board. I know the chairman said a few persons but it was necessary to bring them back, to show appreciation. And I want to salute the board for that and salute the administration. You know, we have said, oh, it's wrong. But you didn't do that, Mr. Board. You didn't do that, Mr. Bishop. You paused and you said, it is time to bring them back, to say that. And I don't want to undervalue that. I want to recognize that. You know, because these are the things that strike very deep in the care and appreciation heart. So the fact that you did it, I want to say thank you, because we are very far and we rely on you. It's through you that they will feel your appreciation. But to top it off, you have brought me to the right end to share that, and I'm so honored and grateful to be the one to come and say, Miss Sonia, we thank you, we love you. There is no other. I don't think they can replicate you. No, I don't think there is a second. No. But we can try. And in honor of your service, I promise you that the team will continue to try. Elaine and Ms. Campbell, what else can I say? Continue to love, continue to care, continue to be energetic. You are transitioning to the golden era. A time when you can now treat yourself. You get up every day, it's always been about going down the primary. It's always been about the community. It's always been about church. No, I'm giving you permission to make this time about you. Pause and smell the coffee, the aroma of the coffee, or the flavored tea that you may like. Pause and listen to the hustle and bustle of the trees. Pause and listen to the call of a bird. Be still. It's not always about the hustle and the bustle, but about the calm and reflective moments of life. You deserve that. You deserve that and more. So I want to again, thank you. There's a song I was trying to make up down there when I was there because I've heard so many things. And I want you to mix me. You know? This one is for the star. They have worked very hard to support all the children in everything that's good. They have made their lives much better, providing them with love and labor. Never the right decisions for the future generations.
Ladies, I salute you. I acknowledge you. I recognize you. I congratulate you. I congratulate you from the bottom of my heart. And as I go ahead, you know, I'm going to bury Thompson because I don't probably even call it because I Miss Sonia. That is what I'm comfortable with, and that is what I have grown over the years. No, I congratulate you for your commitment, dedication, hard work, helpfulness, and faithfulness to the overall growth and development of this noble institution. Can you imagine? I worked at Harbour Primary for 30 years. When I came here, I saw Miss Sonia, and I left there how many years now? And we are just honoring her. My God. I can recall the little young teacher when we go to school. Miss Mama, the little teacher when we go to school, who I used to admire so much. And I can't it is 18 years already that Miss Mackenzie spent at the older primary school. Right? But I say you have contributed. You have worked. You have labored. So on behalf of the past administrators of the Old Harbour Primary School, I want to say thanks. I want to say sincere thanks for a job well done. Personally, I can recall on many occasions when you have gone beyond the call of duty to get the job done. When it comes to all and I'm sure it is the same thing now. Anything you have to do to get the job done, you just have to do it. And I hope it's still like that. Ladies, honorees, I want to say that your efforts, your sacrifice is deeply appreciated. When I say deeply appreciated, I mean deeply appreciated. Now, although you were all mothers at the same time, when you were carrying out your demanding job description, you would always look out for other children in danger and for those who were having some difficulty, and you would do whatever you could to help them. And I'm talking from observation. Now, you showed respect for those in authority, and you related well with your co-workers. Mrs. Farmer Campbell and Ms. Mackenzie, many of your past students now in the workplace of your choice are singing your praises. And we say, thanks be. You know, when you can get a young person engaged to the extent where he or she can take up employment, he or she can hold his or her place in the society and don't have to take up a gun and don't come back to the war, that is a great achievement. That's a great achievement. And I just give God thanks for you. Now, Miss Sonia, you have become a household name. Sonia, Miss Sonia is household name in all Harbour. Every child, every teacher, every parent, everybody of a Region 6, every community person knows Miss Sonia. And of course, Miss Sonia, you are just not only known to us, but I put myself in it. You were, and you still are instrumental in our lives. And we just thank you for it. You are such an awesome woman, boy, I tell you. You are so awesome. You are so awesome. I want your children know how awesome you are. Oh, that is incredible. I mean, you are so awesome, you know. Oh, I tell you, you are so awesome. I'm talking about Miss Sonia now. Miss Sonia, you live, you walk, you talk all about primary. Your company is sold out to the school. The first thing in the morning for Miss Sonia is all about primary. And the last thing before she goes to bed at night is all about primary. That is how dedicated she was to the work. God, you know, she probably don't know. That is how dedicated she was to the work. I can say with all confidence that I'm saying 1 in a million, but she's more than 1 in a million. Is that good? I've been talking, I don't visit, I don't have no excuse. No other person in that category you're going to find like this. I have never seen an ancillary worker who knows so much about administration, the running of a school education. If Mr. Gochi wanted now, Miss Sonia could walk the principal through everything that needs to be done and could show that principal where everything is located. And if the principal is making a mistake and is messing up, Miss Sonia can say, hello, I have never seen an ancillary worker so street smart, school smart, administration smart, family smart. You want advice? Go to Miss Sonia. Anything you want. When we say anything, we mean anything. Anything you want from a pin to an anchor, you can go to Miss Sonia and say yes. No, I'm serious. I am serious. I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to out. She in one category all by herself. But guess what? Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1 says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. You know, the time has come because there's a time. And I hope administrators have prepared this one for this time. I hope you have prepared her mentally. Because if you have not prepared her mentally, you have some work to do. I took early retirement. And I was able to take early retirement because I prepared my head mentally. You cannot go on retirement, I'm talking to the crowd now. You cannot go on retirement if you are not prepared mentally. You're going to have a problem. So all of you who planning to go on retirement, make sure you prepare yourself mentally first. And I am saying, if Miss Swanner not prepared, I'm going to get her prepared. Get her prepared because it's not easy. At 52 years, 52 years the lady spent on this job here. It is, everything is on our primary. Everything in our brain. So I don't know enough of them to reprogram our brain. And I'm serious. Well, anyway, the Bible said there's a time and season for everything. So guess what? The time has come now, Miss Sonia. The time has come now, Miss Farmer Campbell. Miss Mackenzie, the time has come now to focus on your personal aspirations. It is now time to do a little exploring, to learn new skills and to perfect the skills that you have, to be more conscious of some of the beautiful things around you that you overlook, like the garden, the flowers, the sky, and all of those things. You say, I'm talking from experience of those things between us, so we know we can talk. Now you need to spend more time with your new friends. You can make new friends, spend time with them. Mr. Miller can do a little traveling because you have to talk about people are foreign and so on. So you can travel now. Because she didn't want to travel, but because it's a community school, she couldn't travel. So she can travel now. She can go around the world now. Okay. Now it is now time to spend quality time with your friends and relatives and to spend more time with your creator. Sometimes it's busy at the care school and whatever, and sometimes I come out on the bed and I'm not even pray or nothing. But I'm saying to you now that you are going to find more time and spend time with your creator. I'm going to leave with you a few lines from Paul Francis, a writer, which says in another part of one of his songs,